Hi everyone, and welcome to my channel where I share tips and tricks for a long and healthy life. But today I have to share with you no tips and no tricks, but just an experience of COVID-19 which I passed through. And by the end of this video you will understand what are the stages, what are the symptoms, and what is generally a positive and what's a negative experience of coronavirus or COVID-19. But before we jump in, don't forget to subscribe and hit that little notification bell to keep up to date with my videos. So I want to tell you that I was exposed through my partner, which in his turn was exposed at his job by his colleagues. He was one of the last to get sick, and that's why we were convinced that when all of them got positive results, we were sure that we would be sick too. Well, it takes a while to show, but when it comes suddenly and strong. What happened is, because we already knew that we might be sick, we went and did a test by drive-through, very safe for everyone there and for us also. So you drive through, just open the windows and you get tested. You get the result in maximum 48 hours, but actually it comes much faster. Initially, the test was negative for both of us. This was the funny part. So we thought my husband just gets a normal fever. So we were treating him for that for a few days. For me, the symptoms came later, and he was already passed through the hardest stage. When it came to me, it started with very bad fever, tiredness, weakness. The whole body feels pain, feels weak. You can only lie down, really. This was the place I was located at all times. Gladly, it came in turns to us, so when my husband was sick, I was taking care of him. He was mostly sick and feeling bad at night with the high fever, and I was the other way around, feeling bad during the day. So he could take care of me in his turn. He actually got positive when he started feeling better, when he started improving. So that was the weird part. And then, since we got his positive result, in the country I am located in, you need 2 positive results in order to be counted as COVID-19 patient, let's say. Yeah. So when we received his second positive test result, then we realized that I was sick too. We were called by the health authority and we were informed to be in quarantine for 14 days to strictly respect it. They inquired about our size apartment, how many family members, and how many are sick, and how many bathrooms and stuff like that. So the conditions in which you will be quarantined. And then they even informed us about the huge fine in our country, which you have to pay and in case you are going out during quarantine and not obeying the law. Obviously, it's safer to isolate yourself, stay at home, and not expose other people. So when we were sure with 2 positive tests that my partner is sick, I actually also got tested, and you receive a paper like this, which you scan when you download the app, and that's I think it's an obligatory condition, which you're advised to do so by the people that are testing you, and then by the health authority, which calls you and gives you all the instructions. I'll tell you, even the medicines was organized to be delivered to our door, and this was very comfortable because this was doctor's recommendation. It was an actual prescription which was just nicely delivered to our door, and all we were prescribed was paracetamol, vitamin C, C1000, something like that, and vitamin D. Plus to that, obviously, to drink a lot of water, to have a lot of liquids, to eat as healthy as possible. The science moved this much for now in order to be safe for general public. So paracetamol is all that helped us with the symptoms and with the pain. We had very nice friends and family offered us to help us with the provisions about food and even medicines or whatever we needed to be provided with, and that was very, very helpful. Well, besides that, you always have the online delivery like Amazon and Zomato for food, or any other delivery apps, websites and stuff like that. So we mostly got delivery, and we have a very close relative living right in our building, so they were very kind to help us. But whenever they would come to bring us something, we would advise them to stay at least 2 meters away. When I would open the door, I'd always wear a mask. Just taking precautions like that is something that I think makes you a little bit more responsible towards your relatives and the society that takes care of you, especially that our relative is a little bit in an older age, so we really wanted to be careful. For any delivery that we would receive, we would never deal with cash. It was always paid online, and even the tips were paid online, so there was no need to give any cash. And you really need to be careful towards the people that are approaching you in this period of time. So how did I actually feel? Well, I had sudden 3 days of very strong headache. It was very intense, and I was taking Panadol Advanced. It was helping after a short while, but if I wouldn't have taken it, it was just, I was feeling that it was crushing my head in 4 pieces all at the same time. It was that bad. Besides the strong headache is extreme tiredness, a very bad weakness of the body, kind of total loss of energy. I was able to stand up from the bed only for about 30 seconds maximum, and then I would feel all spinning, nausea, and altogether I could not even stand for longer than about 30 seconds, maximum a minute. So having somebody around, it's seriously helpful, especially if they are already feeling better, if they are fitter, to actually help and bring food. I was brought food to bed, drinks to bed. I was not having any energy to move my hands or legs. Not that I felt paralyzed, but I felt extremely weak to move in any way. All I could do is lie down in bed. Fever was fluctuating. It was more or less 38 degrees Celsius, and then plus to that, absolutely no appetite. Guys, I never thought that I don't have to eat all day. I had no appetite at all at any time. I never felt hungry. I had no power to eat. I was just forcing myself to eat something besides having the pills and the vitamins. So it was not very positive times for me. Yeah, so 3 days of very bad headache with fever, with weakness and tiredness, pretty much body inability to move, nausea if I was standing up. that's pretty bad. Then on the fourth day, I actually woke up with quite a bad body pain, and mostly the upper part of my body, the bones were hurting. Um, and then even while taking a shower, I could feel the extreme sensitivity of my skin. It was such a weird first time feeling, unpleasant even to feel clothes on you, and very light clothes, like very light pajama. It would give so much discomfort, and I was even becoming irritable because of that sensitivity. But those didn't take long, the body pain and the skin sensitivity. On the fifth day, I just woke up with very dry throat and pretty much blocked nose, uh, normal cold symptoms, which were again uncomfortable, but they were pretty normal. There was no headache anymore, just some tiredness, but still enough energy to go and make some light breakfast. The discomfort was pretty much here on the nose, throat, and neck. All this area was just feeling inflamed, accompanied by some tiredness, weakness, but not as much. I was able to move in the house. I was able to do very light yoga, very light gymnastics, a little bit of cleaning after all those days of fever and inability to move at all. So very light, because if I was taking too much effort, which I did, I again felt very bad. I had to rest in bed, and that was again going back to previous symptoms. So this part took the longest time, the normal cold symptoms, and that took about 4 to 5 days for me, especially the throat and the nose took a while. It was better and better, but very slowly, very slow progress. And it's not yet even finished. I'm still at night having blocked nose, and I can wake up with some dry throat or a bit of cough. But the rest of the day I'm perfectly fine, and no tiredness, no weakness. But still I don't do too much effort physically. I do very light yoga still, only for about 20 minutes, very light exercise if I choose to go back to normal, to go back outside in the country that I am located in. You don't need to do the following test after the quarantine, after the 14 days, if you don't have any symptoms. Again, different countries may have different rules. I know Italy does very intense testing. What's very important in this period of time, guys, is actually friends and family. It will pass. You will get better. Hopefully none of you is gonna get it, and none of your family, especially the ones a bit older, or the ones with some kind of chronic disease or any kind of sicknesses. It's very tough. It's not long, but it's very tough. The most intense part is quite tiring. I even panicked. I cried. I thought I just got scared. But the most intense part, honestly, is 3 to 4 days. Don't forget to entertain yourself in all this much free time. So we were taking care of our entertainment by playing some VR games, reading interesting books. Don't forget the meditation is a great way to feel better, even if it's just for those 20, 15 minutes, 40 minutes, whatever you can do during the meditation. If you feel better, is already something. It's so important to have uh, people close to you, nearby, even if that's just a video chat, and they can express how worried they are for you. They can tell you how to take care, what to eat, what to drink. They'll give you advices. Obviously, it can be even annoying, but all that care is so important because you understand you're never alone. There are always people worried for you, and really what we always should do is take care of our health, thinking that we have family, we have relatives that are gonna feel pain for us, in their heart, in their body, if we will get sick, if we will not take care of our health, if we will get hurt. So let's all of us take care of our immunity, of our health, of our physical state, of our life, of our choices in life, in order to be well, to not get hurt, to not be sick, so that the people around us are always happy for us and never worried. Tell me in the comments below if you had to pass through this sickness, how was it different for you, or how was it similar, or what was your special experience about it. I really wish that all of you stay safe, that all of you take care of your immunity and take care of your environment. Please be protective of your older family members. It's seriously not easy even for our age, so I do not want to imagine what can they pass through. That's why please protect them, be next to them if you're healthy, and if you're not, keep the distance and put your mask on. Um, Give them all the protection that you can. I hope to see you next time on my channel. I definitely had enough time to prepare new material for you, and it's full of good information. See you next time. Be there, stay safe and healthy with Irina.